Mercato del reddito fisso europeo e high yield, tra rialzo dei tassi di interesse, inflazione e estrema volatilità del mercato. Quali sono le prospettive per il prossimo anno? Tutto questo lo vedremo in questa puntata di Stay Live. Ben ritrovati a questa puntata di Stay Live. Oggi siamo in compagnia di Ben Pakenham, Head of European High Yield and Global Loans di abrdn. Benvenuto a financiallounge.com.
Thank you.
Insieme a Ben Pakenham faremo il punto sul mercato del reddito fisso che, come sappiamo, nel corso del 2022 è stato molto impattato dall'aumento dei tassi di interesse ad opera di tutte le banche centrali, proprio per contrastare l'aumento dell'inflazione. Vedremo in sua compagnia invece quali sono le prospettive per il 2023. Ecco, cominciamo appunto dall'analizzare quali sono i fattori che in questo momento impattano sul mercato del reddito fisso.
Yeah, I mean, so far in this year, in 2022, by far the biggest driving factor has been obviously inflation and inflation expectations, and what that has meant for central bank activity and interest rates. As central banks have been forced to raise interest rates to combat inflation, that has driven government bond yields higher, not just in Europe, but in other parts of the world as well, where the inflation problem also exists. What I think will happen as we move into next year is that the narrative will shift away from inflation as inflation expectations begin to drop, and we'll move much more to earnings and the real economy. And that should be a positive for bonds, but maybe less of a positive for high yield at the beginning of the year, and then more of a positive later in the year when earnings expectations have been brought down and valuations are perhaps a bit cheaper.
Ecco, questo è il contesto nel quale ci stiamo muovendo. Quali sono le sfide di investimento nel mercato high yield europeo?
Yeah, so the challenges are you need to do deep research. So every company that we invest in and every company that we consider investing in, we do a very in-depth analysis of that company, both qualitative and quantitative. So our analysts will meet management, will then build financial models, we'll look at all the covenants, which are the things that protect us legally as lenders to these businesses. And to do that, you need an experienced team, you need a deep team, and you need a big support network, which at abrdn we have a great support network of analysts around the world who also contribute to our fund performance and our stock selection.
Veniamo invece a quali saranno le prospettive per il prossimo anno. Ormai ci siamo quasi. Qual è la sua previsione per il mercato high yield nel 2023?
Yeah, so as I alluded to a minute ago, I think the first half of the year is going to be quite difficult for risk asset because I think earnings expectations are going to decline. I think the real economy is going to come under pressure, and I think we're going to see balance sheets come under a bit more pressure. Ultimately, though, I think default rates will remain very low, and that will provide a great support for the high yield market as we come through into the second half of the year. Spreads at the moment are around 550. I think they might get to 700 or 750. At that point, I think you're going to have a great buying opportunity. And I don't expect the recession to be particularly long-lasting or particularly deep, and that will be a strong support for risk assets in the second half of next year.
Grazie a Ben Pakenham di essere stato con noi e di averci dato anche una visione su quello che sarà il 2023 per il mercato del reddito fisso per abrdn. Grazie e torni a trovarci.
Thank you very much.
E a voi do appuntamento al prossimo Stay Live sempre su financiallounge.com.